While you're editing in Premiere Elements 10, you may come across times where you'll see this gray line right here turn red. And what that's telling you is you've added something to your clip that needs to be rendered. It needs to be processed so that the clip understands what you did. So I'm going to click into the Edit menu here and choose an effect. And we're going to talk about effects later, so don't worry about that now. I'm just going to show you why something might need to be rendered. If I go here and I look into my color corrections, for example, and I choose this auto vibrance, and I just either drag it on there or onto the clip, I'm just going to drag it on. See, the colors have moved up. Really nice now. I like that. But it's created this red bar, and the red bar is telling me that this clip and that effect are meshing together, but it has not been processed by the computer yet. So if you have a slow computer with not much memory or RAM, it's going to play back a little bit slow. So if I press the space bar here, it's playing okay because we're on a pretty solid computer here. But as you can see, it's a little bit of colorization, weirdness. That's because it really needs to process this together. So how do we do that? Very simple. You just go to your keyboard, press the Enter key, and it's going to bring up this rendering box. It's telling me the percentage, how many frames, how much time I have left. Boom, and it's done. And now it's a green line. We like green. It's green. And now it's going to play back in real time. Now, one last thing. Because we rendered, Elements creates kind of a cached file of this render. Now, it's not a problem, but it's going to help fill up space on your hard drive if you don't watch out. So let's take a look at where that file is. And I'm going to go to my desktop, the exercise files, chapter 3. Elements creates a folder called Adobe Premiere Elements Preview Files. And I'll double click on that and we'll go to the last one here that says render. But before I do that, you can see these other files from previous chapters are in there as well. Let's double click here. And here's our rendered file. We'll right click and take a look at that. So that added 74 megabytes to our hard drive. So just think if you have hundreds of clips in your video timeline and you have to render them all, you're going to have a lot of your hard drive taken up by these. So my recommendation is at the end of your video, when you've rendered out and you've sent it to DVD or put it on the web and you're done with this project, go in there and clean up these files. It's not going to affect your main project because it'll still be there in the timeline, but it's going to clean up your hard drive a little bit. And that's how we render. Now, there's other things that may cause you to render, such as transitions or audio changes, other effects, and we're going to get into all of that later as the course continues.